Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Gene. Um, Today, I wanted to speak a little bit about research ethics and bioethics, because part of the reason for this channel is the politics of the gene, and I think we wouldn't be doing would be doing research a disservice if we didn't genetic research a disservice if we didn't discuss bioethics and research ethics. So obviously, with research, there's always an issue of ethics, right? For example, and let me just start by saying what for those of you who don't understand what I'm talking about when I say bioethics, I'm talking about a field that addresses the ethical issues in the medical and biological sciences. Okay, it involves the examination of morality and principles that arise in the practice of medicine, biomedical research, and healthcare. So that's basically bioethics. If you've ever studied bioethics in school, they're going to tell you that bioethics involves the principles of autonomy, of beneficence, of non-maleficence, and of justice. So I'm not going to delve deep into any of those right now, but if you are studying bioethics, I'm sure you're going to look up those four. So, ethics in research is the standard of conduct of scientists and the standard of conduct that researchers must follow in their work. So, this obviously includes how they treat their human participants, human subjects, and how they handle the data and how they report their findings. And so, with ethical research ensures that the rights, dignity, and welfare of the participants are protected, and that the research contributes positively to society. Now, we'd all like to think that all researchers are ethical and all researchers consider bioethics when they, do their research, but it's not always the case, and that's why there's a whole field called bioethics, and there's a whole field on ethics in research. So I guess what you really have to realize is that when researchers have human participants, there's some core principles that they must follow when they deal with their human subjects. So they must ask for informed consent. So all the participants must be fully informed about the purpose of the research, the procedures, and the potential risks before they agree to participate. Consent. Confidentiality. Researchers must protect the privacy of participants and ensure the personal data is kept confidential. And integrity. Research must be conducted with honesty and transparency, avoiding any misconduct. So there shouldn't be any plagiarism or mm, falsification of data, things like that. And researchers have a duty to minimize harm. Okay, so be, there's an intersection that happens between bioethics and research ethics. So, in areas such as clinical trials, where the rights and well being of participants must be balanced with the need for scientific advancement. Um, so, things like using placebos, risk benefit analysis for those of you who are doing your statistics, your research studies right now, beginning your research studies, the risk benefit analysis, and the handling of vulnerable populations. So I think one of the experiments that's most widely known for horrific, like a research terribly gone wrong, is this Tuskegee study, and I think most people have heard of that one, where a group of African American men with syphilis were given placebos for years while they studied the how syphilis would advance in their bodies. And this was done without their consent, and a lot of them thought that they were getting treatment, and it turned out that they were not, and the researchers just allowed the syphilis to progress without doing anything about it, just so they could see how the syphilis would progress in their body. So that was a horrific, horrific example of medical ethics gone way wrong. And unfortunately, there are many, many examples of research gone wrong and medical ethics gone wrong, and uh, using human subjects in a horrific way. Um, and unfortunately, and I will get you more examples if anybody wants to hear more examples of that, because unfortunately, there are a lot of examples of that kind of thing. And that's why we talk about bioethics, and that's why we talk about ethics and research. So, bioethics and ethics and research are foundational to ensuring scientific and medical advancements are achieved responsibly and ethically as researchers, healthcare professionals, or simply as members of society. So it's essential that we remain vigilant in holding these principles and in holding researchers responsible, and to ensure that their work doesn't only advance knowledge but also respects human dignity and promotes justice. So, if you have any interest in research ethics or bioethics, and you have some comment on this video, please like, subscribe, and send me a message. Let me know what you think. I appreciate hearing your points on bioethics and research ethics. Okay.